access the stars.
I got that fever. You give me fever. I want that fever. I want that fever. You give me fever.
My name is Ruby, and I'm one half of Gemstones.
And my name is Pearl Agu. I am second half of the Gemstones.
Emphasis on second half of Gemstones because I'm the first half.
She's
of
only
Gemstones.
9 minutes older, so let's not dwell on that.
We're twins. We grew up doing music together. We come from a family, 2 parents, 6 kids. You know, that's really hectic. We have siblings who sing as well, and so we grew up, you know, loving music, listening to music. And just about 3 years ago, we decided to do music professionally.
We were born and bred here in Lagos, and so we've, across our life as twins, we've done a lot of singing together, you know, at family occasions and functions. Popsy would just be like, come and sing for you, and you know, we were the radios. Even in school, in boarding house, we became like the human radios that would sing the seniors to sleep.
Literally.
So I guess it's safe to say that music has always been it for us.
They've been singing like since they were little kids. I think going as far back as primary school, yeah, as far back as primary school days and everything, you know, church choir, went into secondary school.
I wouldn't say we chose music or music chose us. It was a two-way thing, literally 50-50.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more music than us because
I think there was some
music wanted us badly. We wanted it to. It was, well, we basically grew up in the music, and it was a no-brainer for us. It wasn't a decision we had to make. It was just there. It was just there at the back of our minds that at some point it's going to be music professionally. And I would say that largely our music was influenced by the church because we grew up singing in the choir, singing in our backyard, and gospel music, and you know, school fellowship and all of that. I would say it had a lot of influence on our music because we learned to learn songs and we learned to love songs basically as a result of the church. But then personal influences, like individual influences, I'm into new pop and, you know, exciting music with mad lyrics. So Taylor Swift, Christina Aguilera, Leona Lewis.
I love Lauryn Hill. I love Beyonce. I will not die for, but I could sometimes die for John Legend.
Oh, he's a good
And
guy.
Daria Kaladi.
Our family has been super supportive.
Shout
I can
out.
remember our Project Fame auditions.
Yes.
Our dad literally took us from, we were in Abia at that point because we were there on holidays or something, and Ruby wanted to go for the audition. So he took us to Port Harcourt, drove early in the morning, and I was like, y'all are gonna do it. So we got there, and you know, they interviewed him, and you know, he had lots to say about our music. So our family is big time supportive. They're our biggest fans. I can honestly say that they're our biggest fans. They support us financially, spiritually, with their prayers, and they buy our music.
Being female
Has been a challenge.
is a bit of a challenge, but it's a worthy challenge, I think. So when we started out our music, we did hear things like, "You're women, so you have to have 5 costume changes before you perform. You have to work harder than the men.
Of course,
and
you actually do.
You have to this, you have to that." And we found out that these things were actually true. Another challenge that we've experienced is the fact that typecasting in the industry is complicated. People want to, you know, recognize you for a particular genre of music, and if
you in
you
a
even
box.
try to shift outside it,
You
They're
will
not
buy your
gonna-
CD by yourself. Another big challenge is money, yo.
Yes.
Ego. That's a major factor. Like this industry is very cash intensive, and you have to put in as much as you expect to get out. And you know, it's not easy for new artists. Our most rewarding experience so far as musicians, actresses, voiceover, there have been a few. One, there was our CNN feature that was
What she
There
said.
was our Google ad. That was a
Yes.
big thing. We got signed to a label in 2016 to SOP Records, and it was great. We had tons of performances.
Debuted
we
our
released
acting career.
so many. Yes, we released so many videos. We were on a TV series called Industry as Mary and Jane, and you know there was a huge buzz around us, and it kind of clouded our Project Fame. It was like one step over the Project Fame experience, so it was big for us. It wasn't very different from our Project Fame experience. You know, the adrenaline, the exhilaration, like, oh, the competition, like, oh, have to be better than these people. It sort of served as a reminder that we're all that. We can do that, like,
Okay.
we're the real deal.
We met with a lot of other talented, extremely talented people.
Honestly.
And it made us really sit up and be like, yo.
I heard voices, like angels singing, and I'm like, should I be here? I met people who were way better singers than we are. It humbles
really
you and
does.
it teaches you that
And
there's no end to learning, there's no end to improving your skills, and it's not all about your talent, honey. You gotta work.
our only limitation
down
was the fact that
for a
we
girl.
wanted to be with each other.
Yeah, twins.
Yes. And sadly, it wasn't something that the show had, anticipated or wanted to allow in any way. So
we
we
felt
did
that
try.
groups would be allowed. I
Yeah.
think the information was mixed up, because at some point we were told that we could audition as a group, but then later on they said no, it's not part of. So it was a lot of maybe not, until it was no.
Yeah, but
And
we are very pro make use of any publicity you get,
so
and however far you get is good enough. That's what was meant to be.
I think we've had the chance to do things separately. We did that in Project Fame.
We don't
and
want it.
It was nice, but then we ended up making names for ourselves
Yeah.
separately, and this time it would be contradictory, for the
our
brand
brand,
to do that kind of competition separately, because then it wouldn't be Gemstones, it would be Ruby or Pearl, and what we're trying to build is Gemstones.
If there's going to be a split, if they ever want to do something like that, it's going to be maybe something that they will agree on. It can't be based on maybe arguments or some sort of basically conflict. So I think if I don't think they have anything like that in mind, but if they're going to do anything like that, it's up to them. But it's going to be very amicable if they want to explore that option.
Baby, but girl, I want that fever. Don't run away, I want that fever. I want that fever. Fever. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. You give me fever. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. I want that fever. Ay, 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 ay.
I want them to be the best version of themselves, known as they express their music and basically realize their dreams.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Accelerate
you.
TV and Access the Stars. Love, Gemstones.
You to fight back, 'cause I tell you, say I love you, you can't be fighter. Oh yeah, but I'm a lover. If you let me, girl, I'll go show you, say I be lover, yeah. My name is Kingsley Solomon, but I go by the stage name Kaycee Brown. I didn't choose music, I was born with it. So I guess it chose me.
Music is like his first love. It's not just doing music for the sake of doing music. You know, he has it. Is what he breathes, what he lives.
So this year I released my single online and on stores everywhere, and it was also this year I started pushing for shows and everything. But before that, I've also been doing music since school and everything. When I was learning how to sing, master my shots, master my voice, Chris Brown was one of the easiest options. Speaking of range-wise, so Chris Brown, and then Wandy Cole, and then Wizkid, obviously. I was born in Lagos State here, but my origin is Abia. My mom is dead. She's late. She died several years ago when I was in 200 level. Very bad experience. My dad's what I call MIA, and missing in action, and he's never really been there. And I was raised by my bishop, my general overseer, who took interest in my mom and my family and me, and decided to raise me in her house, bring me into her confidence and everything. But I never felt like I got the support I really needed. Sure, they liked what I did, that I could sing, and when it comes to church activities, they were lovely about that. But when I started the whole, I want to perform at night thing, I want to do clubs thing, I want to take my sound everywhere, I want to do secular music, that became a different issue. So it was hard trying to convince them of what I was trying to do, what I was trying to become in my life, what I was trying to be, you know? Yeah, but I guess it's a struggle that most people face who are trying to do music, so I'm sure it's not peculiar to me.
Whatever you face, take every step, every issue all challenges that confront you, take it as another avenue for you to expand, to know more.
I keep telling him every day to grind, that it was never going to be easy.
One of my biggest challenges has been finding my sound, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. When I started this whole music thing, like I said, Chris Brown was one of my biggest mentors, and which meant doing a whole lot of R&B and everything. And at the end of the day, I live in Nigeria and I want to sing in Nigeria, which meant I had to refine my sound and make sure that I was open, or my sound was welcome to a Nigerian environment and everything. Aside from that, I guess one of the other challenges would be money. Money is everybody's problem, right? There was this other show that came up, and this friend of mine went there to buy the tickets for me to perform on the stage. And I went there, and then the next thing you know, I just did my thing there, and people were shouting and clapping, and I was like, I could hear people be like, this guy is not bad, he's actually very good at what he's doing. And at the end of the whole thing, people were clapping and shouting, and that was one of the best moments for me. The audition for Access the Stars, first thing I would say is it was really organized. We got there very early. Like normally you think there would be like a crowd, several unruly people about, but there wasn't. The bouncers are in place, the lines are in place. They just got us through the registration process. Then we got our tags, got our forms, started waiting. So they did this thing where there was like this first audition thingy. So you'd go there, I think it was just to weed out, whatever. And then I got yes to that part. Then we moved to the second part. But unfortunately, I didn't get a yes. To be honest, when this thing came out of it, this backstage back view story thing, it blew my mind, because I was like, I went to somewhere to get something and I got a no. Then instead I get the people to do my backstory. I mean, how wild is that?
I wish him all the best, and he's going to do very well. I can't wait to see him blow.
From the depth of my heart, I wish him all the best, because I know he has it in him.
I wish him all the best. He's going to go international someday.
Big shout out to Access Bank and Accelerate TV and Star and everybody for putting this through.